Hey guys, it's House Pyro here. Today is going to be a bit of a different video. Today we have a first impressions video. So I have, if you didn't know, a few new clones coming. And this is either one or two. I believe this is just one though. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is just the one Bally. Their original one that they just came out with. So that's in here. I have the Chimera clone on the way with the aluminum scales from the one. And I have that brand new Fior clone that just came out by the new Bally maker. So it's not Bally Plus, not the one. It's their own thing. So that's exciting. But yeah. I've never really done an unboxing, so this is kind of new for me. But I guess we'll just get right into it. So, what the fuck is that? Just open up with the Nautilus, I guess. It's like a metal piece up here. Okay, so yeah. So extra hardware, of course, as always. Standard for clones. My standard T8, I believe. And then here it is. This is the main show. Boom. Don't care about the nylon sheath. Alright. This is it. First opening. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Teeny tiny bit amount of tap? What the hell? Wait a goddamn second. I remember when I was looking at this, I thought it was just going to be like a new version of the Nautilus clone, but like, this is like, it's not super blade heavy like it. Wow, that's like really neutral. Look at this. Straight down the middle. That is super neutral and like no oil yet and like pretty much full free swing. Okay, this is what the fuck. Sorry about that, I'm back. I just wanted to grab some oil. So let's try this thing with some oil in it because this is like extremely dry at the moment. But like first impressions, wow, this is like a little bit of tap on the whatever fucking handle that is because it's like a dagger style blade almost. Okay, so we got one undersized bushing. Let's see what the other one is. Also undersized. Okay, so both of the bushings I got are undersized. However, because it's a channel knife, you can definitely just washer tune it. There's no problem with that. And honestly, even if it was just washers, that would be amazing for the price. Even if it was just washer. So. This thing's amazing. What the hell? Here's handle play. And like this isn't tuned. You know, as you've seen, I haven't swapped out the bushings or anything. No hardware's been swapped, haven't taken it apart, and like, this is just oil. Like, holy shit. And, like, the blade is fully crowned. Full crown. Wow. So far, the only problem I can see is that there's no bite handle indicator. I'm going to assume that this is the bite handle because it's not exactly a dagger, if you can see. It's almost like a tanto, kind of. Like it comes down and then it swoops up a little more on this side. Sorry about that. That should be the last cut. This is really good though. I want to like tinker with this and get it to better tolerances because I think even without swapping the bushings, I can get it to no tap just based off washer tuning. The G10 is really comfortable. I thought it was gonna be like, it's scratchy, but like it's not like making it harder to fan. But it's also not, because the handles are pretty blocky. Like that's pretty blocky handle. Like compare it to a Nautilus, which is like the closest knife to this thing, and like it's beefy. That is a beefy knife right there. Like just the aluminum alone. Oh no, they're kind of the same thickness when it comes to like the aluminum. I thought the aluminum was a bit thicker on the one knife, which by the way, they don't have a name for it, which is kind of weird, but here's it compared to a rep as well. So it's a pretty chunky boy. It's about the same thickness as a rep. So if you can flip a rep, you can flip this, no problem. Easy transition. The only difference is that there's not going to be as much rounding on the G10, because as you've seen, blocky. But I mean, I can still fan on it. Can't choker still. But it'd be like that. This is good though. This is really, really good. And this is like, as I said before, full original. This isn't partially cloned or anything. You know, this is awesome. This is a huge step in the right direction for what cloners can start doing. If you've ever had a problem with clones, right, like morality-wise, or, you know, just weren't comfortable with them, I think this is the right thing to do, is buy this thing. A, it's $45, you're not really losing out on much. And B, you'd be showing them that this is what you want. Because, I mean, you can hear it, like, it's got a pretty good click to it. It's got that handle gap, you know? Like, this was $45. And it's fully original. They gotta do more things like this. They have to. There is also another color, if you were not aware, which is the red. I got the blue one. I thought it just looked better, personally. Which is weird, because red is my favorite color, but I don't know, I just don't think it looked very good. But like $45, and then you can get faster shipping for like $6, I think. It's like, I got this in like 2 weeks, so. Because I know everybody always likes to ask how long did it take to get to you. It took about 2 weeks. With the faster shipping, with normal shipping, it'd be about 3 weeks if you're in the US. Depending on location, it can change. It can be faster, it can be slower. Depending on your customs rules, it can be faster, it could be slower, etc., etc. What else am I probably going to see in the comments? This or the Kraken clone. This. 150% go for this. 150%, not even a question, go for this over a Kraken clone any day of the fucking week. Mine are undersized. You watched me fully torque mine. Mine are undersized, and I can tell you I would rather have this than a Kraken clone with perfect bushings. Fuck. What else am I probably going to see? This or a Chab. This or an EX10 clone. Probably this, honestly. Any other clones, you can just say this. Because, you know, this is, like, actually good. Like, what the fuck? This is, like, actually good. Like, this isn't good for, like, clone standard. This is just good. I'm waiting for, like... Because if these get popular, people might make, like, custom scales for them and shit, and that'd be really cool. Man, this is sick. This is so good. I know I keep, like, gushing about how good this is, but, like, this is good. As I can't flip. But, like... Fanning going to take a little bit to get used to because of the blockiness, but... Honestly, it's not bad. This is $45. Like, I know a lot of people aren't into the design, and that's understandable. Like, there's a literal circle in the middle of the blade. Like, that's weird. It's weird. But it's hella unique. It's, like, really unique. Alright, I'm gonna end this off here because I'm just gonna keep fucking rambling and going on about how good it is, but... As per usual, leave your comments and questions and... Yo, boys. So, here's first impressions for day one. By the way, I am so sorry that I filmed in vertical. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I just kind of propped it up and just went with it. So that's my bad. I'm so sorry you're gonna have to deal with that. But, I'll chop it down because I did kind of go over some points multiple times and stutter and do the like a retard. So I will cut down all that, so it'll be edited down so it's not as much of a problem. Let me actually take off my fucking carpal tunnel brace and fucking boom. Alright, so we got it. I did swap the bushings, try and fix that with the undersized issue that we were having earlier. Every bushing that came with it came undersized. So keep that in mind if you are going to get one. I don't know if yours is going to be the same, but mine came with all undersized bushings. However, even with that, due to it being channel, no tap. So, keep in mind that you can, in fact, just washer tune it. It's not a problem. The channel construction on this is very well done. Flipping-wise, out of the box, because of no oil or anything as such, it's a little scratchy. Of course, that'll just happen. You just gotta oil it. And of course, there's that break-in period for clones, especially clones, because they don't have any oil in them, you know, sitting in there waiting for you to open the box and flip it. But even with that, in day one, it's feeling pretty smooth. Full swing on both handles. And of course, no tap as I showed before. And here's handle play. So, I mean, you know, it's good. This is fantastic for the money. I do know, as I was saying earlier, I know a lot of people have problems with buying clones and supporting clones, and I understand that. I don't have a problem with that. I completely understand that you just might not be comfortable with that. And maybe if you want to get your friend into the hobby and you don't want to tell them, hey, you know, just buy a squid trainer, just buy a Mako. Like, we both know. That's a lot of money for someone who's just getting into the hobby. For us, right, for flippers who have been around for a while, you can consider 150 as budget to you. To a newer flipper, I don't like recommending anything over like 60, like max. So, this is fantastic, right? Very neutral, you know, slightly blocky, but, you know, when they get into knives, you know, if they do decide to stick around with Bally's, a knife that is rounded properly and everything like that will feel tons better. I think, in my opinion, I think it's better to start somebody off on like a very rough knife in terms of not extremely comfortable, pretty heavy, or, you know, decent weighted. In regards to that, this one is a bit light. When I went back to my rep, it did feel a little heavier, just compared. I don't know the exact weight of this thing, but I can tell you it's about the same weight as a Nautilus. So keep that in mind as well. But this is great. This is super, super good knife. Great tolerances, even if you don't have good bushings with it. So that's not a problem. Sounds pretty alright. Definitely more bouncier than when I first did the unboxing. As I said, clones have that break-in period. The more I flip it, I guarantee it'll start to sound better and more bouncy and everything. So, you know, just got to give it time. I'm probably going to beat this. Probably going to keep it. I don't see myself getting rid of this because this is a really fun flipper. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It reminds me of when I first got my my original rep clone. My original yellow and, or gold and white one. But, you know, it's good. This is a lot of fun. I can definitely recommend this. I know I said earlier this is kind of a no-brainer to get over the Kraken, but I think it depends. It depends on what you're looking for. Of course, if you want a live blade Kraken, that's the option, because this doesn't have a live blade alternative. But I think overall this is the better one to go for. There's no Zenpin screws to tune, because they're hidden, right? These bottom ones you can fully torque on. The only ones that you really have to tune is the pivots. I think this is the quintessential beginner knife. I think whenever someone wants to get into the hobby or they've only been flipping a few months, this is what you should recommend them. And like the spine, so comfy. Chaplains, for days. So smooth, so clean, beautiful. You know? Blockiness will take a bit to get used to, as I said before. That'll take a little bit. But I mean, this is it. This is king right here. I wanted to give it a little bit before I really gave my first impressions, you know, with like thinking about it a little bit. Because I know out of the box I was a little bit overexcited about it. But I can tell you there are a few problems, such as the bushings. There shouldn't really be a reason for me to get 4 out of 4 all undersized. But at the same time, that's just kind of what you get for the money. It's understandable. It's not a problem. I don't have a big deal with it. Considering this was $45, I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Is it annoying that I kind of get taunted with bushings? Yeah. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not a problem. It doesn't really matter to me. It's all good. You know, worst case scenario, if I really want to, I can just buy replacement bushings and boom, sand them down, tune them, or send them to somebody to get tuned it, and boom, good to go. But as it stands, this is still a very fun flipper. I can see somebody going pretty far with just this. I'm kind of hoping, as I said earlier, I'm kind of hoping this becomes popular as a knife that a lot of people are going to get due to its originality and its price point and everything like that. And also just to encourage more original designs from the Chinese clone manufacturers, which would be really interesting to see. I would like to see if Bally Plus might do with their own original design, because I've been told recently they've been getting a lot better with their quality control, and I want to check that out. I want to get whenever I can get money, I want to get one of the OSP trainer rep clones. Try one of those out, because I've been seeing people get some really good ones. Like, that sound really good, really bouncy and clacky, and ooh. Saw one guy on Reddit who had a like flawless bushing one. So I want to try that out. We'll see. But as of now, this is a king for budget Bally's. So keep this in mind, guys. It's fun. It's unique. It's a little chunky, a little blocky. As I showed earlier, it's about the same thickness as a rep. You know, has a very similar balance to a Nautilus, but a little more neutral. This is almost like dead neutral. The Nautilus is a little handle biased, but this is good. This is really good. Can definitely recommend this. Of course, leave your dumbass questions in the comments. I will answer them because I hate myself, so I'll dedicate the time to answer pretty much every fucking question I get. So yeah. Message me on Instagram if you need. DM me. Or leave a comment if you have a question. I'll answer it. I'll come around to it. Again, fuck all of you. I hate everybody. Everyone sucks. I hope you hated this video. I hope it was a waste of your time. I hope everything I told you was something that you didn't want to hear. Because I know a lot of you fuckheads wanted to hear that this thing sucked. Because it came from a clone manufacturer. But fuck you. This thing's great. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.